Goodness comes and evil goes. Kimungo.
Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, Kimunga Ukombozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth. Karibu, welcome. My name is Kwende, and today we're going to get into another important subject, and that subject is active Afri-Printing for growth and development. Now, what am I talking about? Afri-Printing. Is that like African people printing stuff for themselves? No, it's not anything mechanistic like that. What we're talking about is how African behavior, how African projection, how African self-image works in the interest of entrepreneurship, enterprise, economic engagement in general terms, but also throughout the sphere of African life, whatever the specialism may be. And to illustrate the point, I'm going to read to you an extract from the vintage text of the thinker George Sabira, who did much work to elevate African thinking around finance, money, economics in general. And he says the following: active blueprinting, he calls it. Your self-image is to your actions and your life what a blueprint is to a building. Just as a contractor constructs a building according to the blueprint, so too a person's actions, ideas, habits, and speech follow his or her self-image. Altering a few lines and numbers on a single sheet of paper, the blueprint, could change how an entire skyscraper would eventually look. In the same vein, altering self-image could change the actions, responses, looks, communication patterns, and eventually the entire direction of one's life. What is needed by most people after they understand and believe in the value and possibility of changing, improving, that is, their self-image, is the will and a plan to actually do so. He calls this plan to change self-image active blueprints. Active blueprints require you to design and measure your goals and dreams. And of course, that very directly applies to economic engagement, economic functioning, and as I say, to the other spheres of African life in general terms. However, in directing specific focus to the substance of African being, we can alter that phrase blueprint to Afri-print. For those that use the term black, and that might go somewhere, you may say black print, but I like to keep it African. So Africa print or Afri-print is what is preferred terminology here. So it's an active Afri-print of self-image, of self-projection, of African souls that betters African life, that allows the pride-filled dignity, success, and excellence to be fully represented in the best way it possibly can. So those few words, hopefully, will direct attention and focus in this important area for those in the African-centered circles, for those in the sphere of African-centered living. And of course, others that mean the African ill have perpetually, certainly in recent centuries of the Ma'afa and continuing Ma'afa, have tried to derail any progressive framework or frame of reference to elevate the African positive and progressive self-projections. So it is important that we restore ourselves in this way and present ourselves in the best ways we possibly can for excellence, for success, for elevation, for building, for growth, for development, and all of those wonderful things. So with that food for thought, and surely it is food for thought, Kimunga Ukumbozi, Kimunga Ukumbozi, Kimunga Ukumbozi, divine liberty, divine liberation, divine freedom, and all that that will bring for African people wherever we happen to be on the face of this earth.
Restore your economy, your own economy. It's in you. It's inside of you. Bring forth that living spirit in you.